morning, everybody.
Morning.
Hey, so good week, good Memorial Day week. Do you guys know or have you read about this Murphy challenge?
No, I haven't heard of it.
So I haven't either. Apparently it's been around for a while, but I don't know why. It seemed like everybody I knew well, not everyone I knew, but people I knew this year were doing it. So it's something that people do every Memorial Day, and it is kind of in honor of, I think he was a lieutenant sergeant, and I need to do a little bit more. Maybe he died, maybe he didn't die. I'm not sure, but it's called the Murphy Challenge, and it's kind of like to honor those in our service who do all of the amazing work, and of course, those especially who have died. So the Murphy Challenge is you run a mile, you do 100 pull-ups, then you do 200 push-ups, then you do 300 squats, and then you run another mile.
Good Lord.
Yes.
Did you do it?
Huh?
Did you do it?
No. No, I didn't.
I'm going to feel really bad.
No. But I don't know if you all remember Sarah French. Does that name ring a bell at all? She was Miss Missouri. She was also a newscaster out at KOMU. And I met her because she was with KOMU and she was Miss Missouri and she was doing stuff with Susan G. Komen when we were kind of kicking it off and Remax was a partner. And so I still follow her, and she married someone, I don't know if he's a Major League Baseball player or not. So like she did it and she was posting online. And then the other thing is, and here's where it starts to get squirmy. I mean, one, if you can do that, awesome.
Yeah.
But the real Murphy Challenge, which is what they kind of have these contests, I guess, is you also wear a 20-pound vest when doing it all.
Oh my.
Because I think that's what the soldiers are carrying, right? Is a 20-pound vest to do it. So I've seen people who posted, they're like, yeah, I did the Murphy Challenge and here was my time. I'm like, you weren't wearing the 20-pound vest. Like, give respect where respect is due. Right. Yeah. So that's, so I didn't do that and you all didn't do that.
No.
No.
To the gym, I mean.
You went to the gym on Memorial Day. Oh, Mark has joined us.
I told Mark to join us. I said we might be short-handed today.
Oh, well, hello, Mark. Good morning. Oh, Can you hear Mark? I can't hear Mark.
Are you muted down at the bottom?
Let's see. Can't unmute. They chose to mute themselves. So, Mark, you are muted. So,
down in the bottom left.
Got it. Sorry.
There we go. Mark, did you do the Murphy Challenge on Memorial Day?
I didn't even know what a Murphy Challenge was until now. Until I read someone did it, and I thought, that sounds fun. Except maybe after back surgery, I really can't do any of those things.
Right. I don't know. I was saying you can't do any of them, and then you can't wear a 20-pound vest when you do it. So
Definitely not.
That's a lot to do.
Are you supposed to wear the vest during the whole thing?
So when you go look up the official Murphy Challenge, it says like they're wearing the 20-pound vest. Now, apparently there's like people who did the Murphy Challenge, but they didn't really do the challenge the way they maybe were.
Okay.
Which, again, kudos to them for doing it at all.
Well, I tried to do my own trifecta. I walked to the kitchen, I got a glass of milk, got a handful of cookies, went back to the couch. So that was my own version
that was Memorial Day.
I don't mean that disrespectful. I can't do much right now.
I ate a lot of hot dogs and a lot of brats and cooked too many. So that's, I'm not joking when I say this. That may be the only thing I've had this week to eat.
That's how we are. Wow. We barbecued for Brad's mom turned 70 actually on Monday. Mm-hmm. So we had brats and burgers and ribs, and we still have brats and burgers and ribs.
Yeah. It's really good. Leftovers. Yeah. It's really, really good.
Yeah.
So what else has happened this week that we need to talk about?
Well, like I always talk about the market watch, the numbers went down a little bit this week. That doesn't mean anything bad, but they did go down a little bit. I think kind of each field went down by like maybe 5 or 10. Mm-hmm. So I noticed that with the market watch.
Yeah, I noticed that too. And the coming soons even went down, which I thought was interesting because you might think they might go up, but everything was just a little off. And maybe, again, that's holiday. I think there's two reasons that happens. One, because maybe the sellers are off. One, because the agents are like, hey, let's wait till after the weekend because they're busy and, want to push it off as well.
And lots of closings this week. We have about 17 just today.
Oh, that's awesome.
And
Wow.
it's been a busy week, I would say, Mark, don't you think?
Yes, I agree.
Yep.
Jamie, you want to talk about the new procedures at the title company that we kind of got a little clarification on?
Sure. So we've heard back from now, I think, all the title companies, and they're going to still send documents electronically like they've been doing, and still send over the checks like they've been doing. Agents are allowed to attend the closings now, but everything will still be delivered and sent to us electronically. So yeah, and we'll start getting times for you guys again and sending out that email with the time, so you're kind of up to date on that. And if you need a broker to attend, just let us know. But I think we're getting back to a new normal.
Well, it's nice that I know we're kind of like, there was this weird little interim period where we weren't sure we were going to still get things electronically, and Jamie was really pushing hard and saying, hold on, we can't go backwards.
Go backwards, that's right.
There's some really good things that have come out of this that we need to keep moving forward on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was good. Thanks for following up with that.
Mm-hmm.
Billy, you've been working on a project called T.E.A.M. You want to share what that is?
Sure. So T.E.A.M is the next round from the entrepreneur's path. It's its own separate identity, but for those of you that did the entrepreneur's path, that was a good segue into it. And there's going to be, I think, 3 rounds, correct? Or no, it's a round. Each round is like per week, right?
So each round, there's 3 things you do each week. Yeah, that's what the rounds are. Yeah.
So, it's all about accountability, making sure that you stay focused and driven at your business so that you can make your business, something that you enjoy and sustainable for a long time. So, and a lot of times we just need help with accountability. And Holly Fogel, who's our trainer and coach for all of this, she's been doing this for years. She's known as the 1 hour coach. So if you want to check her out, but I think she's going to bring a lot of insight and perspectives that sometimes we just need to be reminded on or refreshed on, or maybe you never even thought about. Maybe you'll find perspectives that you just never thought you would see. So I think that any agent that joins is going to benefit from it because it'll be like a way to keep you in check. So
that's a good way to say that. It just hit me of some other kind of things that are just going on that we know about, that are out there and about. In our Jeff City office, we have 2 staff members out with COVID.
Oh.
So they only have 3. So 2 of them have COVID right now. So reminder, it seems like things are kind of back to where they were or whatever, and everybody's kind of doing what they were always doing and not thinking about it or not thinking about anything else. But depending upon whether or not you're vaccinated or whether or not where you are or who you're exposed and who you're with, keep that in mind. There's procedures for those who have been vaccinated. There's procedures for those who haven't. And it was kind of a real stark reminder of this is still out and about, because it's so weird, right? Because it kind of feels like it's not, but it is still there. So hopefully they will be okay. One of them I know is a little sicker than the other person. And so they're just kind of watching that really closely. June 4th, 2021, and we're still talking about it.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's a little bit of that. Jamie and I had a really fascinating call this week in regards to our forms, and one of the things that kind of comes out with the forms as a reminder is always read them. I think that's the number one thing and tip that we get when we get asked a question on the process or what's going on there. And generally 99% of the time, that answer that you're looking for is actually in the form. And it's sometimes that we just don't always read it because maybe we think we know what it says, or we're so used to doing what it says. And sometimes what we're used to doing or what we think we're used to doing may not be actually what it says. So there's a little bit of that to watch out for. Mark, is there anything you want to share in relationship to what you've been up to, or any tax tips? I know this sounds crazy, but for whatever reason, on my XM radio station this morning, I usually listen to KISS FM, there's all these ads from accountants, like nonstop, who are sponsoring the news right now. And I'm like, okay, tax day was May 17th. It's kind of a weird time to be blasting all this information.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I wasn't super prepared, but a lot of people, it seemed like, are talking about retirement type plans, converting money to a Roth IRA, et cetera. thinking tax rates might go up, etc. I'm not prepared with any real tips, but what I do learn, or what I have read, is it's amazing how much money it can save you in taxes if you handle it properly, rather than if you just, I'll just see what happens. So sometimes it's worth maybe getting advice from a professional that can help you. And maybe a lot of people are way far away from retirement anyway, but when that time comes, if you've planned for it, you can probably save thousands and thousands of dollars.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting, because one of the ads I keep hearing over and over and over again is there's accountants and there are tax advisors, two totally different things. And, maybe you have an accountant, but maybe they're advising you, or maybe they're not advising you on different ways to set up your taxes, and how it can be worth it to definitely have both opinions on the pieces of that. The other thing that I was going to bring up today is that we actually have, for the third week in a row.
For what?
For the third week in a row.
Oh.
An agent for a transaction who has been subpoenaed. Interestingly enough, it's not a suit we are in, but we are continuing to get subpoenaed on documents. So next Tuesday is our monthly max meeting. And I'm going to kind of focus in a little bit all on that risk management, what it means to keep track of your transactions, what information you want to make sure you're keeping, what information you're having, because even though maybe we're not getting sued, but we were part of it, all that documentation that we then submit then becomes discoverable to potential suits, MREC complaints, code of ethics complaints, and all of those things. So I know I said this, and I'm still concerned about this with all of the speed of everything happening in the marketplace, and people buying houses and having to make decisions quickly, and making decisions when, oh my gosh, did I pay too much? Did I get too little? Did I do the inspection I should have done? Did I skip that because I needed to buy it? It's just not going to surprise me that this goes on for a couple of years, with just people questioning their decisions in a frenzy, whether it was COVID related, interest rate related, market related, time related, and all of a sudden now everyone's like, what have I done? Kind of like me and my dog.
What if Wilbur's listening? You shouldn't say that.
I shouldn't say that, because again, he's like the freaking velociraptor from Jurassic Park. He understands everything. So I have to be very, very cautious of what I say.
Right.
He's understanding that. Well, any other big plans, big news, big information for next week? A reminder, on Tuesday we've got our max meeting, which will be at 10 o'clock. That'll be via Zoom, so keep your eyes out peeled for that. Other weekend news from anybody?
No.
No.
Nothing.
We don't have any plans. So we had a busy weekend last weekend. So
that's kind of how I am.
Yeah.
Painting, redoing your roof.
We're going to go down to Charlie's, though. There's this Amish ran buffet restaurant, whatever you want to call it, down in Lincoln, Missouri, and it is really good. But you're literally there, and all these Amish people are.
Where is Lincoln, Missouri?
Where's Lincoln?
I think it's towards. I don't know. I'm never the one that drives. I just gotta go.
There's an Amish restaurant.
North, south.
If you take Highway 5 down towards the lake through bypass Eldon, there's an Amish restaurant there that my mom used to really like to go to on our way to the lake. And they had a dinner buffet or a breakfast buffet that was always really, really good. Maybe it's that one. I don't know. But
so I'm looking up here just to clarify if my perception is correct. Let's see, where am I at? Let me zoom out.
What's funny about asking that is, for anybody who's a major investor, so $1,000 are up to RPAC. There's a Facebook group called the RPAC Major Investors Group, and it's a referral group. And I will frequently get tagged in there because people are trying to make referrals to Missouri. And I have to say, 95% of the time, I'm like, where are these towns? I'm like, I don't know if there's a realtor there, much less a major investor there.
Is there a town there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So Charlie's Buffet is down by Warsaw, actually. So Lincoln is right above Warsaw, so that's southwest.
Okay.
So west of Lake of the Ozarks.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe this is the spot your mom was talking about, Jamie.
Maybe.
Sounds like it.
Charlie's. All right. Well, I'm going to love it. We're going to get a good report from you next week, Billy, on how was Charlie's.
Oh, it'll be good.
Advanced report.
I've been there before. It's good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like homemade down southern home Amish food, and you walk. I'm glad I'm not driving because I literally get in a food coma. Even so, I'm really excited about it. I hope they have my cake there because last time I was there, they had this southern butter pecan cake, and it was like the best cake I've ever had. So
Making us all hungry. You're going to see us all there on Saturday.
Well, on that note, I will tell you that over Memorial Day, I had some people over, and I had some visitors in from out of town, and I got the Schnucks Ooey Gooey Butter Cake. You know, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I think I might have visitors flying back just for that. That and the Murray's cheese bread. So
the Murray's gooey butter cake is my favorite.
Well, yeah, I'm not so sure they don't get it from Schnucks sometimes.
There you go.
Now, the other person who might make the best Ooey Gooey Butter Cake is I just went blank on her last name, Stacy.
Swallow?
No, Stacy, who used to be with our office. She's not licensed anymore.
Maddox?
Stacy Maddox.
She had an amazing gooey butter. I forgot about that.
She might have made the best Ooey Gooey Butter Cake.
I agree. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I have not forgotten.
We need to call her. I'm going to get her on the phone.
You know what? That just hit me, though. Let's call her for June 29th.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, and we'll see. So June 29th, we're going to have a happy hour down at the quarry. We're going to serve chops, popcorn, and maybe Stacey Maddox's Ooey Gooey Butter
There we
Cake.
go.
I will get on that this morning.
All right.
We'll get a bigger crowd just for that.
Nice.
But all right, well, everybody have a great weekend. Stay happy.
Have a great weekend.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.